Welcome to Atlanta Tarot. This is the tarot forecast for Virgo for the month of October 2021. We are in the sign of Libra, so it is very much about balance. So we'll find out what you need to balance. Very karmic, very interesting times. So the energy is temperance, so divine time, the right time to strike, the right time to act. Everything has a time on it, and divine time, temperance, is exactly the right time. So let's see exactly what you're going to be doing with that great energy behind you. Okay, where you are right now, Virgo, is just a little bit disillusioned with the whole thing, emotionally, that is. Usually when this card comes up, it's good actually, because it just usually comes up when we're just feeling a bit, not ungrateful, but we've got everything, but there's just the wanting for more. And this particularly for the Virgos who, you know, feel like a bit of an emotional attachment in their life, that kind of energy, that could well be sort of the signal that it might come along, or for you to be, maybe you are ready for it. But it's a very transitory card, so it's not going to be for the whole month, but we'll find out why that's there with this one. The influencer is the Tower. So time to just clean out the old and bring in the new. So especially emotionally, Virgo, just, you know, sweep out all your misconceptions, especially I believe around relationships. It's time now for you to kind of get rid of that old way of thinking and bring in a new way of thinking, and you have divine time as the energy around you for the 4 weeks of this reading. So use that as well to just examine what kind of relationship will that look like for you. But yeah, you really have to do a bit of spring cleaning there, Virgo. It's saying let go of the misconceptions. Be open for new. All sorts of new. Could be divorce too. Some of you may be post-divorce, or this may have happened a long time ago, but now it sort of says to you, no, look, it's got to go. There's no use hanging on to it. Let it go. And in letting it go, you will make way for new. But if you don't, new can't come in. That's as simple as it is. Let's look at what's happening in your birthday time, so August, September. And we had the Queen of Wands. So this is you with your energy being high because it was your birthday time. It was your in your first house, you feeling really sort of like this is my time to shine, being popular, being out there, but also saying what you think. Very creative with it too. Maybe you've just been doing all sorts of things around the place in your home, making things creative, but it's more the spirit of the Queen of Wands. She is very creative. She gets things done. Fire sign, very active. I'm guessing it was a very active time. And for you to really shine in your first house, which is the birthday. When it's your birthday, you're in your first house. Recent influences, and we have the Hierophant. So we have the story of the moral compass coming through loud and clear, really taking note of what your moral compass means to you. And especially with that Tower there too, it's sort of, that's the cleaning out card, and then there comes in the moral compass. So for whatever old relationships were in the past, you're going to have a different sort of view on them coming into the future, and it's going to be that moral compass where you feel whether it's right or wrong. It's not a matter of thinking, it's just a feeling, a connection, but very much so. It's got to feel right, doesn't it, Virgo, or else don't even bother. Because if we feel, you know, there is certain flags popping up, well, it's like, oh no, you know exactly. Virgos are very detailed, they're very sort of circumspect. They're not going to get into anything that makes them just a tad feel awful. No, that's not good enough for you. So using that moral compass very wisely this 4 weeks as well, to sort of nut out what's going to become for you. But it looks good, 2 big cards sort of really sweeping away debris. The lesson you'll be learning, and you have the Ace of Wands, so new beginnings, just lots of action, lots of energy to do whatever it is you want to do. So you've got these 2 Wands cards, so you're still on that high from your birthday time, you know, brand new time, brand new energy. All sorts of things can happen whenever an ace comes into your reading, Virgo, but this is really having that energy to sort of really attract, and it's a very attractive energy, and it sort of propels you forward rather than just leaving you as you're earthbound, just sitting there. This is an energy of movement and new beginnings as well, but lots of energy this month. Near future. And we have 2 of Wands, so we have options coming in for you. So there's going to be 2, you know, there'll be options. So there's the Sun and the Moon. So whichever way you want to go, but just start out with all the energy that you've got so far with these Wands cards and get on with it. I don't know however you intend to do that, but just be out there and just be interacting with people, you know, and being the best version of yourself you can, because you've got everything there to say it's time for you to step out of where you've been into a new sort of arena, if you like. But options coming into this could be for work as well. Another Wands card, as I said, but it's also very much a movement card. So things are on the table for you if you want them. This is free will. Of course, you cannot do it or not do it. It's up to you. What's happening you're not realising, and we have the King of Swords. So he's hiding away down there in what you're not realising, and it's the clarity. Very male energy, very sort of intelligent, very smart. Someone that you probably would be quite attracted to in terms of the intellect of the person. They might say one thing and do another, so don't worry, because really, Virgo, he's a person that walks around in armour all day long, protecting himself from something, and whatever's inside, he feels the need for it to protect, to be protected. So, yeah, if this person is, and I would suggest for a lot of you, he could be around, but you just haven't noticed him because he talks the talk. He probably says the opposite to what he actually feels in order to sort of deflect himself. Interesting. But he's an air sign person. So that would be Aquarius, Gemini, or Libran sort of a person, which you might find quite annoying, because you're very down-to-earth, straight shooters, Virgo. But never mind. There he sits, I'm just telling you. How others see you. And we have the grief card. So grief has been others looking at you like this, and so this is what we have to let go of. And I guess too, you're walking around, not all of you, but there is that aura of grief there, especially in relationships, not having really finished off something, or something still lurking there of disappointment, heartbreak. But as I said earlier, it's time to really sort of get that moved on, put it in a nice place for you, but you need to sort of be out there again. You can't sort of continue to be like that, because with the tower there, it's sort of saying it needs to go because people pick up on it. It's interesting, but they do. So, move on, Virgo. So, rightio, what you're feeling positive about. Oh, the star. So, moving forward. The star is everything fabulous. People that cross your path are meant to. Everything is exactly as it's meant to be. There is no such thing as coincidence. So don't miss out, Virgo. Do not miss out on anything this month. Whether it be relationships, meeting new people, meeting old people, anything that sort of gets you on your journey to move forward and just enjoy the life as it is will be beneficial, and it is meant to be. So it's going to be quite a very interesting month for you people. The outcome, and we have the Queen of Coins, so that's you feeling quite satisfied at the end of it. So coming up to Scorpio, when we move into Scorpio in the 3rd week of October, you come back to your natural state of being the Queen of Coins, the ability to sort of really bring people towards you. The home and hearth Queen she is. She's very dependable. Her home, her life, she's just there, and she enjoys that as well. So feeling really good about yourself. Now I'm just going to pop a card on that 3 of Swords, a clarifier. So underneath is the Queen of Swords. So the Queen of Swords, actually, funnily enough, she is the Widow Queen. So we've got to get rid of all that debris of sadness about us and jump back in, because you've got the Queen of Wands there and the Queen of Coins there. So it's like bright, shiny new Virgos. You know, this era is well and truly going, and people are actually picking up on it with you, so that just puts paid to that. So just have a think about that and come back to more as your habitat is the Queen of Coins. So very interesting. Right, your message. Pure mindfulness. Mindfulness is the miracle by which we master and restore ourselves. With mindfulness comes the awareness that what has happened in the past is only a memory, and that what is going to happen in the future is but a form of fantasy. Be still and open to the most precious moments that life presents to you. All the opportunities and blessings to be found are unfolding for you in the now. So there it is. Thank you so much for listening, Virgo. Have a great 4 weeks.